The Icons of Real Estate Podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from top-producing Icon agents? Ready to skyrocket your business? This podcast is for you. Tune in every week and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your business. From $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Arter SEO.
Welcome to the Icons of Real Estate. I'm Tim Calloway. We have a very special guest for you today from Cleveland, Tennessee with the Hero Homes Group, eXp Realty. How are you, Darren Miller?
Hey, how's it going, Tim? I appreciate the opportunity to be on the show today.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you for being here. I'm really looking forward to hearing your story and how your team's doing. But I got to ask this question first. I ask it of everyone that's on the show. Were you a young man of 4 or 5 years old, tugging at your parents' pant leg saying, hey, I want to be a realtor. Hey, I want to be a realtor. How do I do it? Are you like the rest of us where we just kind of fell back into it?
I fell into it. I thought about real estate, as a teenager, like, hey, maybe this is something I want to get into. But I didn't pursue it until I was 25.
Okay. Well, how did that come about? I know you got I believe you were in the military. Is that correct?
Yep.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service there. Really appreciate that. So start there. I mean, you go into the military. Tell us about the military, and then how it kind of evolved from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was Army, and then I came home, and I needed a job because I wasn't working anymore, and didn't really plan that out very well. And I was 19 at the time, and I was at a friend's house, and he was just talking about getting a job at the sheriff's office. I'm like, cool, I need a job. So there we go. So it just kind of fit, right? I just kind of like fell into law enforcement, and I stayed there. I actually started that job back in February of 2008. And then I ended up staying there 10 years until 2018. But it was whenever my wife said that, she was pregnant with our fifth kid. Basically, she had two, I had two, we had one together. When she said that she was pregnant, I said, oh no, I got to figure out something. I'm making $36,000 a year, and that ain't going to cut it. It ain't going to cut it.
Right.
Even in Tennessee, we're lower price points than some. Our average price point's around 225 now, but at the time it was like, 150. It was a whole lot different then. But anyways, I was broke, and I needed to figure out something. So I started just kind of Googling one evening. I'm like, what can I do to make extra money? So this all kind of started as an extra gig for me. That was never a plan to build a large team or to just, knock out 250, 300 homes a year. But it just kind of happened. Everything in my life just kind of happened over time. It's crazy. It just all fell into place.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, did you have a mentor right away? Did you start at eXp at the beginning? Or are you one of the big box, realtors? Or
I started on a team, that was 2015. So I got my license, and, I got my feet wet underneath the team in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Great team. And then I came back to Cleveland about 6 months after and kind of done my own thing. And I was at Keller at the time. And then until 2018, that's whenever I saw eXp. And once I saw it, I'm like, yep, that's where I want to go. And, I'd talked to the people at the office at KW and got their opinion about it. They're like, yeah, I don't know if it'll ever take off. Well, I'm going to go figure it out. I'm going to try it and see. So I left on a Friday, and I was signing listings on a Saturday, and we ain't looked back since,
Man, that's awesome. I like that kind of story. Don't look back. No regrets, right?
Never looking back.
Right. So we talked about how you got started and kind of the evolution, so to speak, of getting here today. Talk about where you're at today. Let's talk about the team. Tell me about your team. Are you spread out? I know, you got a team there in the Cleveland, Tennessee area. Do you have a downline outside of Tennessee? And tell me about all of that and how that came about.
Sure, absolutely. So about 2019, I got involved in coaching, and before that I was in coaching, I was just, I was running a team, I guess you could say. It was more of a gaggle than a team. My splits were jacked up.
Right.
I didn't know what to do. I knew how to sell real estate. That was
Yeah.
kind of like a given talent. I figured out, dang, something I'm really good at, selling real estate, but I wasn't a great leader. I didn't know how to lead. I didn't have those skills just naturally like I did in sales. So I had to learn those. So I really, really, 2019, 2020 focused on leadership, and I still struggle with it. I'm still trying to get better every day with leadership. But we've grown from the gaggle that we had to, I've got 12 agents full-time, 13 now. We just hired another one last week, and got another 10 or so that's part-time. They're not getting leads. They're not on the team the same way, but that all came from my coach and getting coached. That was my mentor, but I didn't really pick that up until late 2018, 2019.
Gotcha. Well, Darren, let me ask you, you said something in that really, once I hear it, I can't let go. I'm like a dog with a bone, right?
Yeah.
And, I love helping people, and I love hearing the stories about how they get through perseverance, I guess we'd call it, right? So you
Absolutely.
said that you struggle a little bit on the leadership end, and we all do, right? I mean, that's just
Oh yeah.
something, dealing with personalities, dealing with all the semantics of running a team, right? What a beautiful thing. But we love it to the core. But you do have challenges. I'll never call them problems because it's just the way you look at them, right? It's the way you handle them that matters. So tell me about those challenges. Give me an example of one or two that you deal with. And I don't have to hear names, nothing like that. Just, some of the challenges you deal with on a day-to-day basis with your team.
Of course, my days look a whole lot different now since I lead the team. I'm leading the way. So my job is to bring everything back to them. So we've got, daily accountability. We've got huddles every morning at 8:10. We're very plugged in on the market and what's happening. We stay very in tune of everything, but it's just really getting everyone to be on the same page and together. As we
Yeah.
have grown, I've realized that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest part of my job, is just like herding everyone together. I want everyone to be on the same page, doing the same thing, saying the same things, kind of all like-minded individuals. But we're very diverse as well. Like, we're not a cookie cutter, like we're all identical. We're a very diverse team. We've got a great fit for everybody, which is a good mix, but it's
Yeah.
also bad. But I can't bring everyone together. I would love to have, 20 agents in the room at one time. That would just make me so happy I could scream. But it's just difficult to get everybody in there at the same time. I think that's the biggest challenge I struggle with, is just, I want to do the trainings. I want to give back to the agents. I want them all to succeed, but I can't get them in the chairs to give them the information. So I'm just looking
Right.
for people to put in the chairs.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell them what you have to offer. You can, well, what is it? You can lead a horse to water, can't make them drink, and that's not a negative thing always. I mean, these are
Yeah.
humans with their own more free moral agents, right? They're gonna think how they want and do how they want, and that's the beauty of being in real estate, though, right? That's kind of the dream they come in with. That's the dream you came in with. Hey, I like freedom with my family, make as much
Yep.
money as I want. Oh my gosh, Darren's got meetings.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Darren's got meetings. Okay. So, challenges are good though. I'll say that they build character. So let's talk about the future a little bit. Everybody, you're building a team now, you're probably building a downline. And I don't think we talked about that as far as other areas go yet too much, but tell me about the next 1 to 3 years. What does that look like for Hero Homes Group, and how do you plan on achieving your goals in that period?
Oh yeah, that's great. We've really been growth oriented the last 6 months. I've put good people in good places to help us grow quicker. So we just opened up another office about 30 minutes north in Athens, Tennessee. We're building that office out, and I've just submitted everything out for Georgia broker license. So there's going to be some good things to
Nice.
come in North Georgia, which we do serve, like the Ringo, the Fayette, outside of Chattanooga markets, but the Blue Ridge Mountains are calling, so we're going to go answer
Yeah.
that door as well. So we just want to expand, meet a bunch of agents and people. It's all about serving people, so that's what we really want to focus on, is how many people can we serve, how many people can we help. That's the dream, is to get into a home, and I think there's going to be lots of opportunity for that in the next couple of years. We just got to get in front of those people.
Yeah, for sure. getting in front, and that's a booming area. I talk to lots of folks in different areas, and they talk about it all the time. Boy, I'd like to get down in the Blue Mountains. I'd like to get down in the Georgia and the Carolinas and all that area. I'm down in Florida where it's always 1,000 people a day, moving in, looking for houses, and everybody says, I want to come down to Florida. I go, no, we're good. we
I
we got
know.
enough, but there are some unserved areas just north of us that I think are amazing. And I have thought of many times I should skedaddle up there, and be a part of all that. So let me ask you this. I did talk about some of the things, the hurdles that you overcome being a owner, a team leader. Tell me about, if I could just show up tomorrow and, you and I sat down, had a cup of coffee, and I said, Darren, if there's one issue you deal with on a day-to-day basis I could solve besides getting people to meetings, what would it be? If I could just whip out abracadabra, Tim the magician, what would that be? The one, and a lot of people like to say, Tim, it's more time. I need more time, or hey, I need more agents. Any of those things, or is there something in particular that you deal with on a daily that you would like solved?
I'm with you on the time and agents. I mean, that's pretty much what I do on the day to day is try to meet agents that want to change their life. They want to come in and plug into our ecosystem and make six figures. That's my goal, is just to get in front of more people that are hungry, humble, and hardworking. If you're those three things, then you're going to excel on my team. I just need one time to find those people, and then the people themselves, and then just to bring them in and get them trained and out there selling real estate. That's what I really struggle with, is just finding those right fits.
Yeah, Darren, you just said something that I'm actually going to put it on your thumbnail.
Okay.
When it is humble, hungry, and hardworking.
Yes.
Triple H, baby. Woo!
That's it.
We're going to put that on your thumbnail, because I think those are words to live by, and that's the recipe for a top agent right there. I love that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about your area, or at least the area that you work in, the Cleveland, Tennessee area, or outside that area. Tell me about that area. What, if I'm perspective of moving to the area, why would I live in that area? And tell me all about it.
Oh, it's a great area. We've got, you get all the seasons sometimes in 1 week. It might be 80 and then snow, on Friday. It might just snow there on Friday. But anyways, we really do get the good seasons. This time of year is a little, it's cold, and it's not like Florida. It's definitely not like Florida right now.
Yeah.
But weather's great. Around April to October, November, we stay pretty good. It gets really hot, but for the most part, it's a good place to be. So if you want to, do outdoor activities, hiking, fishing, boating, all that's here. Hunting in the fall. I mean, there's lots of places to, deer hunt, duck hunt. It's not like the Mississippi Flyway, but it works. Lots of, Chattanooga is probably the closest big city to us. It's about 20-30 minutes to the west, kind of southwest. If you're going on the interstate, you're going to head south on 75 and go that direction. But there's anything and everything. I mean, Cleveland's great. It's a really big growing town. We're 100,000, in the county as far as our population. Chattanooga is way bigger than that. I mean, you can probably fit 3 Clevelands inside of it, but we're heading that direction. We're growing just, kind of towards Chattanooga. But there's a lot to do. I mean, honestly, I've been a lot of places, and I've traveled all across the U.S., and it's just still home. I love it here.
Fantastic. Yeah, Chattanooga, you're right there. I mean, you're almost, I think somebody might call you a suburb.
Yeah, they might. Yeah. We're right there close to Chattanooga. It's I spend a lot of time in Chattanooga, usually at least once or twice a week. I'm down there working too, so we cover it. But most of the team members live in Cleveland, but we go an hour in all directions. We'll go north, east, south, and west.
Yeah. Are you, let me ask you, do you work the whole state sometimes? I mean,
Tennessee's one of them wide states. So, as far we do, I've got referral partners there. Like, I've got a friend in Memphis. Like, if somebody needs housing there, I would connect you. I've got good people in good places, not necessarily my team covering the entire state yet. Not saying we won't be there one day, but right now I only want to be where we can be the expert in the area. And we're not an expert in Nashville, we're not an expert in Memphis, but I know the experts there, and I can connect to people.
Yeah, for sure. Having a native to that area that really knows what's going on is a big boon. So how would someone get in touch with you, Darren? Do you have a social media that we can go to? Is a best phone number for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Realtor Darren, my Instagram account. You can follow me there. HeroHomesGroup.com is our website. My cell phone, people can reach out to it. I still have my cell phone on me. I answer all the time, 423-284-6897. Text or call me. I always get back to people. Usually within a couple of hours. If I miss a call, I do stay on the phone a lot, but always return calls. Same day. That's the name of the game, is trying to provide good service. We try to set the bar high with customer service as well. We want to make sure our customers feel appreciated and they're well taken care of.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Well, Darren, as I said at the top, you and I were talking. I said, you're the hit record. I'm the DJ, man. I'm just playing the record. So we've kind of wound down to the end of the show here. And I'd really love for you to take us out on maybe, a good word, either whichever on your heart, your mind, your soul, that you'd like to share with the audience. And it doesn't have to be about business. Usually it is, but if it doesn't have to be, it could be about your family. Sound like you got a beautiful family there, large family. Congratulations on that. Or it could be about your dog, your truck. It could be about the weather, whatever it might be. Take us out. Tell us how you're feeling.
We'll make it about real estate, and we'll put it out to the agents that's out there grinding their face off every day. I know that it can be like daunting. It can be taxing. It's a pain to sit there and grind out phone calls and do the work every day, but the work pays off. It's all a numbers game, and the people get so frustrated and they'll quit right on the edge of like when they're about to make it, and it just irks me. It drives me batty to see them give up and lose that potential. So I'm like, just stay in the box, really. Just stay in the box, right? You're going to get some swings. You're going to miss a few times, especially when you're brand new. You're going to screw up. I mean, period. You're going to screw up, and it's okay. And you're probably going to cost your boss money, and that's okay. It is what it is. But stay in the box, learn, be adaptable, and as long as you keep swinging, you're going to hit something.
There you go. I love it, man. It's like that. It's like that Babe Ruth stat. Babe Ruth, was the Sultan of swing, the king of home runs, but he was also the king of strikeouts. He was a strikeout. He got struck out more than anybody else. Why? He swung at everything, right?
Swing at it.
That's it, man. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I love it. I love it, Darren. Darren Miller, eXp Realty, Cleveland, Tennessee. Thank you so much for being on the program. I really enjoyed it. I think you have a lot to offer a team. So if anybody's looking either to join or buy a home, list a home, contact Darren, see what he's got going on. Have a great rest of the weekend and have a safe week, Darren.
Thank you, sir.